Hey guys, it's Dan, and I am right now driving to the immigration department, so I've got some time, and I thought I'd give you a little update on Popsockets and whatever else comes to mind regarding merch by Amazon. So, to be honest, when Popsockets were first, when they came out and my account got them enabled, I really was not excited at all, and usually I try not to complain publicly too much. And I don't know if I was complaining, but I was basically pessimistic about the potential of Popsockets. And a lot of people were saying, well, you know, Amazon wouldn't have enabled them if there wasn't big potential. And I didn't really agree with that logic because hooded sweatshirts for me don't sell at all, and I think they're overpriced. So I think that Amazon is not perfect and they can put out a dud product just like anybody else, and especially if they had some kind of deal worked out with the Popsockets guys, and you know, basically they make money if they sell them, and if they don't sell them, it's just an experiment, and they're probably getting their inventory from Popsockets. And anyway, what I'm getting at is I don't think they have a ton of risk. So I looked at the pricing and said, wow, we're supposed to sell these things at $14.99 to make just over $2. I think that's right. That's just from memory. It's around $2 royalty for a $14.99 sale. And all the best sellers that I saw when I just searched Popsockets on Amazon, they were like $8 to $10. And so I'm thinking, okay, so we have to sell it for, you know, 50% more or even a bigger difference than that, than the best selling Popsockets. And we're only going to make a $2 royalty for doing that, which is a lower percentage royalty than what we get on standard t-shirts. Like on a standard t-shirt, if I sell it for $20, $19.99, I make $5.38. So that's a little bit over 25% royalty. And on a $15 Popsocket, you make just over $2, which is what? It's less than a 20% royalty. So I really wasn't excited. I'm thinking, okay, it's a lower percentage royalty on an overpriced product, and it reminded me of the hooded sweatshirts, which I hardly sell any of those. So as you know in my previous videos, I really think unless you just have a lot of extra time, spend your time uploading standard shirts, premium shirts of designs that are already selling as a standard shirt, because I really haven't seen good sales on long sleeves, hoodies, or sweatshirts. And you know, maybe if you're doing, I don't know, ski designs or something where people specifically want a sweatshirt most of the time, it could be different. So I'm open to being wrong, but that's my experience. It's just not worth the time and energy to upload anything other than standard and premium shirts for the most part. So anyway, Popsockets, I wasn't excited at all, and I was kind of vocal in some of the groups about it. And I felt like I kind of felt bad because I was sort of raining on people's parades when they were excited to get these new products available. But then my friend Rob, and you might have seen, we did a video together on his channel a while back. Check him out, Rob Cubbin. He does really good stuff. Anyway, Rob put up about, I want to say, I'm forgetting exactly because he was giving me updates almost daily, but when he had maybe somewhere between 20 and 40 live, he started making a few sales pretty much every day. And I'm thinking, wow, you know, if you've got, even to be conservative, if you've got 40 live and you're making 2 sales a day, that's 60 sales a month on 40 listings, right? So that's a sale and a half per listing. And that's definitely better than my average on shirts. And, you know, people's average kind of varies depending on their approach. Some people spend a lot of time on each design. I'm mostly a shotgun approach guy, and I put a lot of text designs out and kind of simple stuff to see what catches on, and then I might spend more time on designs that are related or in that niche. So, you know, it depends. Are you like a spear fisherman, or are you just throwing hooks and nets out everywhere trying to see what you can get? But Rob put up a few designs, started making sales within like a couple days. So I did the same. I said, all right, well, you know, maybe I'm wrong, because even if the royalty's smaller, if you're making even a sale a month per listing, you know, $2, that's not too bad for the time when you already have designs available. And you can just convert the size and make them into a Popsocket listing, right? So, and merchresize.com is great for that. I can't remember who made that, but it's a free tool, merchresize.com. you upload your images and it just converts them to the right size for a pop socket. So it's a big time saver. Anyway, so I now have about 50 live. I think about 52 to be exact. And about half of those just went up in the last 24 hours. And what I'm getting at is I haven't sold one yet. And my first 25 went up probably not quite a week ago. But everybody I'm hearing from started making sales within the first 3 days. So what it might be, and I'm going to experiment with this, is I'm priced higher than Rob. So I'm at $14.99, and I figure, you know, I just throw it out there and see what happens. But I won't give away too many details on his stuff, but he's priced lower than me. And I think he's experimenting with different prices too. But you know, he's making a smaller royalty, maybe around $1 or so, and pricing them a few dollars cheaper. So I'm gonna start pricing mine at whatever the minimum is, and I'm driving right now, so I can't remember, but I want to say it's either $11.99 or $12.99. I'll price it there, make a few pennies or whatever the royalty is on that, and then after that design makes its first sale, then I'll raise it, and I'll either raise it to maybe $14.99. I might experiment with a few and step them up, you know, like $1 or $2 at a time instead of going straight to $14.99. But the idea would be to get it up probably to $14.99 eventually. And if you've watched my videos about t-shirts, you know that I'm a little more aggressive on pricing than a lot of people. And I try not to jump into the niches where everybody's competing on price. So, you know, I do a lot of smaller niches and things that I know and understand, or things that are from the area, you know, my home area. And so I try to avoid just being the other guy selling a shirt about, you know, I love coffee and cats. And you can do that, but then there's going to be a bunch of people selling at, you know, $12, $13.99, $14.99, and you'll even have FBA sellers selling less than is possible to price on merch if you're in the really competitive niches. So I'm going to take the same approach with pop sockets that I do with shirts. With the shirts, when I list them for the minimum price that I can, and once I make the first sale, I bump it up, usually straight to $19.99. Sometimes I even bump them up above $19.99 after they make their first sale, if it's in a niche that I'm confident in, or it's a design that I think has a lot of potential. So as always with these things, I don't want this to be a one-way conversation. Half of the reason I do these is to hear the response from you guys. You know, do you know something I don't? Obviously, I don't spend all day researching this stuff, so I'm sure you guys have heard things and tried things that I'm not aware of. So let me know if there's something that you think could be done better than what I'm saying here. And if you have any tips and tricks, you know, feel free to share that in the comments so that I can benefit from that, and so can everybody else watching this video. If you have questions or ideas and topics that you'd like me to cover in another video, I love that too. I'd much rather do a video that several people ask me to do than just, you know, to make something up and hope you guys like it. So anyway, pop sockets, what do you think? What's working for you? What have you heard? What are you planning to try? Also, the types of designs, you know, seems like the conventional wisdom right now is that most pop sockets sell to a younger crowd, like teenagers, and maybe younger than that even. So are you doing designs that you think will appeal to that demographic? Or, you know, if everybody thinks that, then there will be 10 million princess type designs targeting a certain demographic. You know, are you going to be the contrarian and target a little bit older demographic because you don't think anybody else is doing it? So I'm curious about that too. What I'm doing right now, I'm not making designs just for pop sockets. I'm just uploading really two things: our best sellers, regardless of who the demographic is, and then also the sellers that we think will probably appeal to that younger demographic. So, you know, cutesy stuff or whatever just kind of has teenager written all over it. So let me know, guys. Also, I want to say the pop socket itself it looks more useful than I thought it did at first. I don't have one. I probably won't have one anytime soon unless somebody just gives me one. But I didn't even know they were collapsible. I guess that's the whole pop thing. I thought it was like, at first I thought it was a suction cup, like it would pop off of your phone or your phone case. But, you know, they go flat, which is cool. I thought it was this bulky bump thing that would not be fun to have in your pocket. I was totally wrong. So I just watched a couple YouTube reviews of Popsockets to see kind of how they work and stuff. And they actually look handy. You know, most of you probably already know this, but you can use it as a stand if you're watching a video or whatever. Or you can use it just so you don't drop it, which is especially good if you're like on a kayak or whatever, right? Not dropping your phone all over, dropping it in the lake or cracking your screen when you drop it. So let me know, guys. I'll shut up now. This one's long enough, and I hope you got something out of it. I always forget to say this, but as all the YouTube guys say, like, subscribe, like, share, comment, whatever. Do it if you like it. But mostly I'm looking for comments and a real discussion, and I try to reply to every comment. All right, guys, talk to you later.